good. What's
All
up?
right, beautiful. Cool. Okay, so last time on Dragon Ball Z, you decided to go through the Shattered Plains, and unfortunately, not like they could technically warn you anyways, but I found it really funny that both CJ and Chance forgot. But when they went into when they went into the not the Forgotten Plains, the Shattered Plains, sorry, the Forgotten Hills was in D&D. I did a similar mechanic where when they entered, you had to roll a d6 to see where you would start. Because technically,
Realistically, I
this is
would
a
have been kind of pissed off if they fucking told me.
yeah, right. So, because of this, you don't know where the other two people that entered are going to spawn.
mm.
And what I went and did was I'm sure you at least saw a little bit of it. If not, you can scroll back up. I posted a few photos that were essentially the general book and then a key. I'm gonna repost it just so you don't have to really scroll up.
Yeah, please do, because I don't know what you're
So,
talking about.
so it
Oh,
was
okay.
these.
Alright,
So
alright,
this is
alright,
your
alright.
legend. So I'm gonna go over this with you really quick because this would be filled out with your book,
I am the
just so
legend.
that we can have notifications on it. So a skull and crossbones on your map is that it is a major world boss. So this is a denizen of darkness or whatever you want to put it, or something that has gained enough power to essentially control an area or be an event. So in order to unshatter your plane and to reconnect it into the web of maps that are going to be created, you need to defeat two of these in order to unlock the area boss, which is the boss that you need to unshatter it. After you unshatter it and you gain access to the next map, you can still go back and you can kill other bosses and stuff, and they may have bonuses or secrets or the whole nine, right? This is supposed to be as interactive of a zone as you want it to be. So you can blitz through it or you can take your time and fucking explore every nook and cranny.
Dude,
That's the
I
whole
have a feeling that the
event.
party is gonna really like this place, and we're gonna spend a lot of time here.
I hope so because my biased two favorite quest lines are the curses and this place. They both have some pretty. I think they're the coolest. Um, yeah, but we'll see. So if you see a knight's helmet, this is a stronghold. The stronghold will have a boss to it, or it will have a faction, or it will have a group of people, or it'll have something, but there will be a problem that prevents you from owning the stronghold. In order to clear the map, you must also have a stronghold. So you have to go to one of those strongholds and basically gain, gather it and build it up. The other thing too is you can technically build one, but you need a massive amount of pull over a shit ton of people, or you need to find the right people,
Alright.
either NPCs from the real world or people here. If you find a bear print, that is a wilderness boss. So that means there is some sort of animal or beast that roams around that area. So the closer that you are into it, the higher chance of seeing it. It is not a guarantee. I will roll a shadowed percentile dice. So let's say, for example, each one has a 6 block radius. Well, maybe block 6 is I need a 95 or higher, but once you're in the center, I need a 5 or higher, right? And it'll find you. So just be careful on those because some of them, kind of like Dark Souls or Elden Ring, some of them are not necessarily made for you to run into. They're kind of made to just be like, oh, fuck, what the fuck kind of deal. Um, if you see the thing that looks like a doorway, with like a
One
stone doorway.
one
Oh,
quick
go ahead.
question.
Yep,
There's different size paw prints. Is it
I will get there.
okay.
I will get there.
Alright.
So The doorway, the stone doorway, that is a dungeon, self-explanatory. The one that looks like Stonehenge, that is considered a landmark or a random event. So there will be some sort of role play event tied to it or combat event tied to it that isn't necessarily to the level of a boss. The things that look like caves are caves. The orc faces and ones that look like barbarian huts are orc strongholds. These are also technically available for settlement, but will pose separate challenges. So, depending on the route that you go and some of the decisions that you make, and maybe some of the people that you meet, some may be good or bad. If you see a tentacle, that means the water is scary. If you see a shark, that means the water is less scary, i.e., ocean encounters. If you are near tentacles, that means your chances of a rare or legendary ocean encounter are possible. If you're not near tentacles, it means random water encounters are possible. If you find any buildings that do not have either a knight's helmet or an orc face, this is a pre-existing settlement that essentially is untakeable for some reason.
Okay, and there's only one on the map, right?
Correct. For this one, there is only one.
Okay.
Towers are towers. Gravestones are mass graveyards. The things that look like dwarven things, those are labyrinths or extremely elaborate dungeons. So those are the
things
type of like you
the north.
way north. Yep. So those are the things that's like, oh fuck, we need like an army type deal. Like we're going to Kong Island type shit. And then the things that look like destroyed buildings are ruins. So pretty self-explanatory.
Okay.
The colors on the map represent different types of biomes.
Okay.
If you see purple, that does mean that it is poisonous or like a poisonous marshland.
Okay.
And then so a couple other things. So what you'll notice is the boss. So the boss will be marked out to you. So I have drawn a yellow circle, and it is the giant purple crater down in the southern part of the map. That is the zone boss.
All right.
That is the boss that must be defeated in order for the plane to be unshattered and connect into the next map. So, in order to even attempt the boss and go through the fog, you need to gain a settlement as well as defeat two other skull and crossbones. The size of the marker determines the relative strength in comparison to the rest on the map.
Okay, cool. That answers
So,
that question.
so for example, if you go and look at the strongholds, Big Homie all the way at the way north is that is the hardest stronghold. Okay. If you look at the skull and crossbones, your hard ones are near the graveyard, near the ruins, in the crater, but you have some easier ones on the bridges, in the plateau, and in this mountain crevice over here is considered the quote-unquote easiest. Now, this is not in comparison to your power level. This is in comparison to the other potential opponents. This is also not based on your abilities or party makeup. This is in a vacuum of if I threw boss 1, 3, 5, and 7 together, which one would be power scaled the strongest. Okay. So you may counter directly one of the harder bosses and thus have an easier time. But in terms of the 1v1 matchup between the two, that one would be stronger. Okay. X's on the map means potential treasure. That's another one that I missed.
And then this one, you missed the like dome thing on the right hand side of the map. I can't ping it for whatever reason, but
that is a cave.
Okay.
Talking about this?
Yep.
Caves.
Okay.
And then same thing for here, like these towers or whatever. These are like different types of strongholds or different types of towers or castles.
So it's the one on the island is a different type of stronghold.
So that is a world boss, and there is a castle there. So that is not available for stronghold. The only things that are available for strongholds are the knight symbols or the orc faces.
Okay. All right. Got it.
So also the flags are points of interest.
Okay.
or guides.
Is there only one of those?
There's only one.
Okay. And I imagine that'll be relevant when we're approaching the boss,
Correct.
considering
Usually,
its location.
usually every map will have 1 to 2 guides, and those guides will either be key NPCs, like an area, or a hey, you should really check this area out, or you should search into these. So, yeah. So as you kind of awaken up into the hills and you are ported just into this random area and place around, you do notice that around you is various creatures, both flying and on the ground. Many of them look like animals, like herbivores that you see them eating the grass and just kind of grazing in the rolling hills. And you can just see this like beaming golden light in the direction, and when you look on your map you can basically triangulate that it's coming most likely from down here towards this world boss.
Okay.
So with the information that you read from the book, you spend the first hour or so kind of just digesting the book, looking at the legend and looking at everything that you go on, and you know that like you're kind of in a shitty spot. You're not near a stronghold. You're not near anything, and pretty much every way to get to a stronghold or get somewhere is blocked either by a boss or is blocked by the water, and you don't have a boat.
That's true.
So, with this, essentially what we're going to do is you're going to kind of, you may not really make it back for Sunday. So we're going to go as far as I think we're able to and kind of just keep plowing around. But you may be separated for like a bit because of this decision, unless they try
Yeah.
to follow you.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
So I just wanted to kind of like, yeah, because you don't know where bonfires are or like what they are. Like the only note that I would say that your dad has given you is if you go to the Blue Center Towers, you can meet mages that your father once knew. However, the only way realistically to get there apparently is through the dungeon in the mountains.
All right.
So I implore you to take the next time, and this is kind of just a one. This is a one-on-one, and this is going to be very, very free flowing. So we can go essentially however long you want to go until either we hit a point where you're like, I'm stuck, I need the party, um, or really whatever. We can just kind of see where it goes, and yeah.
All right. Yeah, I have a an idea of what I think I want to try to do.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a minute to look over the map. Let me go grab like two
Sure
or
thing.
three waters
Send it, man.
because this is gonna be a lot of talking back and forth. I'll be right back. It'll be like 30
Sure.
seconds. Okay. Okay. So yeah, take your time, digest the map, and so I'll
So,
tell.
yeah,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
so the two yellow lines that I just drew, these are probably my
Pathways.
yeah,
That you check.
what I'm considering doing first.
Okay.
Knowing that the south area is a potential spawn location, it would probably be a good idea to check it, even though it's some 200 miles away.
The other thing to keep in mind is you are unaware if the people that came in with you have a map or any means of vision. Like, do they see what you see? You don't know.
Yeah,
Um,
that's true.
both of those are good ideas, and again, you do understand that. So, how this will pretty much work is, I will roll for a random encounter. based on your distance from areas. But a lot of the areas are relatively peaceful. Um, there are certain areas that are definitely more dangerous than others, but there are definitely areas where you can go 3 4 days of travel and nothing happens unless I get like a 99 or a 100 on the D100,
Okay.
and that's just really bad luck. So the only thing that you would be really afraid of here is this thing. This is a big fucking wilderness boss.
Yeah. But I imagine if I'm 40 miles out from it, the chances of actually running into it is probably
Correct.
still pretty low.
Correct. It is still low. Yes. Yes.
um, and I think a 1,000 square foot fucking square is probably not feasible to search,
Right.
or 100 square foot, whatever it ends up being.
Correct.
So, and I don't really have any way to contact these guys. So I think what
Yeah, you check your cell phone, and your cell phone will be completely. It actually is just like as if the battery doesn't even work.
yeah, okay.
Like the technology itself, like you can't even turn your phone on.
Okay, so how do I erase this stuff? Do I have to like click on it?
I can do it.
Okay.
But yeah, you can go to like the. Uh, I think yeah, you just click on it,
See that?
and
I
then
tried to do up. Okay, cool.
it's just weird because like you actually if you like draw a fucking box over it or whatever, it'll highlight the whole thing, but it
Okay.
highlights the edges of it. Okay.
All right. So, first thing I'm going to go and investigate is this crevice right here.
Okay.
That is going to be my first destination. So I'm going to attempt. And okay, I can't remember if you said this already, but um, do I see my current location on my map?
Correct. You
Okay,
do.
great.
Yes.
Then that makes things a little bit easier. So yeah, I wanna yeah, I'll start making my way that direction then.
Okay. So I will roll. It takes you about, I will say you are walking at an average pace. So you do about 20 miles a day. So that distance, I believe, is I've got 10 miles per block or 10 squares. So 100 miles. So it's going to take five rolls.
Okay.
So we will see if anything happens. Your days are very uneventful. You take in the rolling plains and so on and so forth. And you do find what seems to be a hidden pathway. Good eye.
Alrighty. That's what I like to
So
hear.
you do notice that rather than there being this huge gate, you see what seems to be enough to fit one person, like a very small, almost like Tibetan monk up the staircase. Like the mountain range in Hawaii
Yeah.
that people go up and it's like the rickety steps. It's almost
Oh
like
yeah.
that. It is very like unused, but at the same time of it being unused, it looks worn. Like it's been here for ages.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, it's called the Stairway of Heaven, and I've been on it,
Really?
and it's shitty.
So yeah, imagine the stairway to heaven, and that's pretty much what it looks like, and it winds up into the side
What?
of the mountains.
Great. Um, yeah. So that would definitely be the first thing I investigate. I want to try to get to one of those towers.
Okay, so you are going to just start ascending and
Yeah.
working your way up.
Yep.
Okay. So we'll say it takes another day. to get up and yeah, I'll give you one roll. Okay. Nothing eventful. So you will crest up to the top of the mountain. From the top, go ahead and roll an investigation check. You can do an
Okay.
investigation and we can see if you get any clues.
No.
You don't get shit. It is starting to snow a bit, and you notice that seems to kind of cover anything that you would even look at. However, in the distance, you see that the middle tower has a light, bright light, basically protruding out of the top of the tower, and it glows this very palish blue. The other two towers you see are wrapped in just these absolutely ginormous roots that brandish these dark red and purple thorns with traces of black just kind of pulsating throughout them. And you can see that there seems to be a light, faintly glowing golden barrier around the other two towers. As you see every once in a while, the ginormous, because I believe all of you have like binoculars and shit like that, because like at this point y'all been doing some sketch ass shit. And you can see that the thorns every once in a while lash out and try to like break out, and then they just kind of retreat. And you can see that from the entrance of where the dungeon appears on the other side, all throughout there is just thorns and these give me one second to put some pictures in.
Okay.
So you see some very frightening like plant monsters. So you see kind of just stuff like this just moving about.
Oh.
And you know, they kind of just pace back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And it's not like swarming with the fuckers, but those things are also like pretty big.
Yeah.
So you can see that they're kind of just growing around and just moving about. However, on the backside, you can see that their presence is a lot less, if at all. And pretty much you can tell that, you know, this tower is closest to the back. You can see that kind of I will draw it with freehand really quick.
Are these things legitimately 30 miles tall?
So
Or is it just to make it easy to see?
just to make it easy to see, but they are like 50-story towers. They are huge. Like you can see that these are fucking works of art.
Okay.
But yes, no. The symbols are blown up for your visual enjoyment.
Yeah, understandable. All right. Then what are the red lines that you drew?
Those are the areas that do not seem to be affected by this rot.
Okay. It's like that pizza slice is kind
Safe.
of safe. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right then. I think I'm gonna continue the journey towards the middle tower.
Okay. Let's see. Do you get okay? So how I roll is I roll as if I'm competing against you. So if I get a 1, uh something really good happens to you. If I get a 100, something really bad happens to you. And I mean like excruciating.
Okay.
So you descend down the mountain And when you get down there, you see this man coming as if like as you were going down, you noticed or well, you didn't notice, but by the time he goes, so you are finally here.
Ah!
And it
What
goes,
the hell are you doing here? Fucking scared me.
I am the watcher of the final tower. My name is Nostrum.
Okay. Like that really old fucking clothing store? Yeah, you wouldn't know. Um, well, yeah, I'm here. I'm
Yes,
gonna
you are
assume
here, Jeremiah.
that you know my father then.
Yes. And
What?
I have been waiting a long time for you, my son.
Why?
Why do I know your father?
No, why have you been waiting for me?
You are the one to restore the plains.
I mean, that's flattering and all, but uh
Come.
there's no one else.
And he, like, as you're talking, he just, like, blatantly fucking ignores any type of put off. And
Oh, cool. I guess I'll just go fuck
he just
myself.
gets this magic carpet, and you guys just start levitating over to it. And he goes, all will be explained. I was able to find your friends, too.
How the hell do you
I
do that?
I am the watcher of the tower.
So you can see everything that goes on here?
In a way.
Well, all right. I mean,
I can tell when new things are brought here. It was by chance, but it's as if some incredibly lucky feat, but my teleportation spell managed to work on your other friends once I registered your magical signature coming through. Because you partied and came through with him, you all kind of have the same trace of energy, and as such, I was able to bind the spell that brought the two of them here.
well,
It should have activated the moment you entered the dome, which, when I saw the two of them sitting there, I had known that you were coming.
I mean that's great, but why didn't you teleport me? Why did I just walk fucking
The
300
trigger was
miles?
getting your magical signature through my barrier, which he points up and you see there is a now he points it out to you and he glimmers you see there's a very thin light blue, so you finding the staircase going up it entered the barrier and whisked them away from wherever they spawned.
Okay, so safe to assume that they're at the tower then?
Yes, I have already given them some quarters and kind of tried to explain what they're doing.
Well, okay, that saves me the trouble.
And he whisks you away into the tower, and when you go in, you see it is a very old and well kept tower. It is missing all of its books, but as you ascend up the tower and you see there are quarters, mess halls, it's as if this used to be a college, classrooms, and the like. And he takes you up about halfway, and in it is this large bluish rotating orb, and it looks like just to be this giant crystal ball. And he goes, would you like anything to drink?
Yeah, I mean I have been walking for days,
Of course.
so
And he kind of whisks his hand and some water appears, and as well as some food. He goes, I will get the others. And he assembles the other two men, Ronan and then Frogman, to sit down with you. And then he puts another book in front of you. And this book, um, you cannot read its language, but as he slides it to you, you watch as the letters on it start to glow this faint purple, as if it's reacting to your energy.
Okay, so what's this?
This is your father's smithing book. We finally, once again, have the means of defeating him.
All right, defeating who?
How much did your father tell you?
He didn't tell me shit.
Ah,
I got what's in this book, but that's about it. I didn't even know this place existed until I started investigating the book. So,
of course not. He most likely wanted to protect you from this place. But it seems as if fate has toiled you into our hands. And he sits down and he goes, unfortunately, you are stuck here.
until
There is no until, as far as I know of. We have never been able to rejoin the
well,
plains.
hold on.
All means of leaving and bonfires were severed long ago when he took root. Your father's book presumably told you that you would be able to leave, yes?
Yeah, that's what I was kind
Ah,
of banking on.
that sly bastard. He was somewhat of a jokester, at least for myself. No, son. There is no way to leave. At least, not what we know currently.
Great. Okay. Um,
Where
that comes to be a little bit of a surprise.
I apologize.
You know,
But
kind of wish I knew that before I walked into the painting, but
but
um,
we need you.
I mean, I get that, but people on the other plane need me too.
Yes.
I wasn't even
And
supposed to
you
come here yet, to be honest with you.
did and he kind of like snaps and he goes, did the book not make you aware of what these decisions would mean?
No.
And he goes, oh, what the fuck? And he kind of just like you hear him go whoop, and he just puts out this like ungodly like potent alcohol and just goes, okay, well I had been practicing this because it was kind of going to be like this quest, but I mean he didn't even your father was not the smartest one.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's a
all right,
fucking
listen,
dick.
I'm gonna paint a picture for you. All right, he goes,
Can I leave through that picture?
no, he goes, this is the dark one.
Okay.
So yes, yeah. No, now listen.
He's big.
Hear me out. He's big. Yes, he's huge. He is absolutely
Holy
ginormous.
fuck.
Um, so he is the one that rules over all of these planes. However, his size, stature, and powers will disappear as the planes are connected together. And it is prophesied that one of the ones who have the ability to weave the arcane powers into weaponry is what will lead the army to destroy it. That is where you come in. You need to learn this book. And he points to the 650 plus page thick ass fucking textbook that you can't read at all.
Hey, I can't read, right?
What? He didn't teach you how to read the ancient texts?
No, he fucking died.
What?
Yeah. I didn't know
Oh, we.
anything about this shit.
And he just goes, "Oh, we are so fucked. Oh God."
All right, now pump the brakes. All right, I'm pretty fucking strong. All right,
Okay.
I
All right.
just can't fucking
Show,
read.
show me what you can do. And he creates like this titanium alloyed training dummy.
Okay.
And he says, "Hit it with all you've got."
You would say that. Oh my god. All right, I'm gonna use some of like my elemental fire,
Okay.
and I want to like heat up the metal till it's like red hot, so it's
Yep.
like easy to cut through. And then I want to
Yep.
summon the big ass fucking two-ended sword, and I just want to cut the thing in half.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
All right. Locked at 4, right?
Yes.
All right, here we fucking go.
And you do manage to hit with a mild success. You do manage to cut through it, and he goes, "Alrighty. So you're not all show. That is good. But your power will not be enough. Yet. But there is hope. First, he's just like, he's scratching his head. He goes, I see you brought allies. Are they of equivalent strength?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Why? Why did you come here without a plan? He's like, did you not read the book?
The book didn't explain shit, man. All right.
What?
The book told
Oh
me
my
about the Shattered Plains and that I had to reunite shit, and it didn't say I was gonna be fucking stuck here. It didn't say, you know, bring your strongest allies. It didn't say none of that shit. To be honest with you, I don't even know these fucking dudes.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I know of them, you know, but
And Ronan chimes in and he goes, I am a warrior from a forgotten land. I am here to restore balance.
yeah, and you'll
And he
do that,
goes,
Chief. All right.
all right. He goes, listen. Uh, do you have anybody else? Because you're not going to be able to get out of here until we reunite at least one of the planes.
Okay, so how the fuck am I supposed to tell them to fucking come?
Well, like you did. Did you tell them you were going in the first place?
I mean, kinda, yeah. I mean, no, I didn't. Um,
Oh my god.
so okay, let me explain a little bit. All right. So I was supposed to just escort these two dudes here, so that they could start, working as like forward observers for us before we all came in, like the four of us. Probably a couple more, maybe. You know, and they were supposed to like kind of like set up a little base of operations before we got here. All right. And I didn't know I couldn't come back. So, I stepped in the portal too and take a look around. Like I wanted to know what the fuck's going on, you know? So now I'm stuck here with two guys I barely know, and I'm sure they're great fucking people, all right? One of them stinks. Uh, like a lot.
The fucking frogman is just engulfing full loaves of bread, just like without even like having to fucking drink water.
All right, bro, chill. Fucking calm down, all right?
And he goes,
Fucking embarrassing.
"Oh my bad." And just whacks the tongue and he goes, "Okay, so, this is. I'm not going to lie to you, Jeremiah. This is like 5 steps back from where I originally planned. But that's okay. That's okay.
I mean,
I am a grand mage for
we
a
can
reason.
just jump 5 steps forward, man. It don't matter.
Right. Okay, so here's what we need to do. He goes, the book explained to you that we need to get a stronghold, yes?
Yeah, it says something about that, yeah.
Okay, so, and you have a map and it's been mocked up decently, yes?
Yeah, it seems like it is.
Okay, so our available strongholds are the orcs to the east, or the knights and other miscellaneous groups to the north. He goes, either way, you have to go through the mountain dungeon and come out the other side if you want to go to the orcs, or you have to cross and you have to defeat a world boss with, I assume, the three of you to get to his stronghold.
So how hard
Now,
would that be?
well, I'm unaware of what lurks on the bridge, but I assume it's going to
you
be
see
moderately
everything
tough.
here.
I can see everything around the mountains.
Okay, all right. I'm just fucking jabbing.
I can sense. I can sense magical presences. I can tell that one is pretty mediocre in comparison, but mediocre is still roughly about 3 times your power by what I am reading.
Okay, all right. Fucking, you know how to cutting me deep, don't you? All right. So why don't you come help us?
I would love to, but I am unfortunately restrained to the towers until the first zone boss is defeated, after which I will accompany you on your journey.
Oh, that's mighty convenient. All right.
Yeah, so the whole storyline is going to be each map will have a core NPC that will be pivotal or will not be unlocked until you defeat the zone boss, and they will give you a super bonus. So this guy's super bonus is he is a teleportation and information wizard. So he is a master of information and teleportation. So he explains that once he is out of here, what he'll be able to do is he can set up arcane circles, and also connect fast travel through bonfires. So you'll be able to fast travel to all bonfires, but you'll also be able to teleport to arcane circles that you can have him create.
Okay.
And as he gets stronger, and as you enchant his gear and get him things that he needs, all of these NPCs you'll be able to level them up, you personally.
Okay.
And how that will happen. And he explains in the dungeons, in the caves, from the bosses, rare materials will drop, or you can find artifacts. Those artifacts are going to be assigned to one of the insert interesting NPCs here. So for example, let's say you get a red gem, like a big red ruby gem. You can give it to NPC 1, 3, or 5. If you give it to 1, he levels up. If you give it to 3, he levels up. If you give it to 5, he levels up. And that's gonna how you can choose. This is your gimmick. This is all your shit. You're gonna be the one that gets to choose how you want to build your team to go fight that guy right there that I posted.
Okay.
That will be your final fight.
Okay, cool.
So that is the system that I've created. So the Shattered Plains is essentially a mix of a scavenger hunt into unit building system to defeat the Dark One and his lackeys. Now, the thing that he warns you is after the first few maps, he's going to try to actively stop you. So he will assault your other strongholds and throw hands and shit.
All right. So now that you got my magical signature or whatever, say my other companions come here, are you going to be able to teleport them?
Realistically, I should be able to zone in on them and bring them here if they have interacted with you for long enough time.
I mean, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Then yes, I will be able to pull them. However, the issues that still remains. You will not be able to leave until you defeat the zone boss, and in order to do so, you must set up a stronghold as well as defeat 2 other world bosses. Never mind all of the tips, tricks, and secrets that lay in the lands.
Alright, cool. I guess I should go kill one of these fucking world bosses then, huh?
Do you think you and your 2 friends are strong enough?
I could probably solo it.
Alrighty. Well, I just want you to be aware that dying here is not like some game. You will not be brought back.
I mean, I get that, but like, okay, say I don't go fight a world boss, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
You could knit. I've been knitting for about 150 years.
Yeah,
and he shows you all these intricate blankets and shit that he's made.
I don't know if you know this, but that don't unite the planes.
Well, I unfortunately can't unite the planes. I am stuck to the fucking pizza slice in the back that hasn't been ingested by the bringer of poisonous spores to my neighboring towers.
Okay, let's talk about that for a second. The fuck's going on out there?
Well, you see, the map bosses have a kind of a stronghold, right? Well, also, the longer that it takes for you to clear it, every day the boss essentially gets stronger and stronger, and his influence grows and grows. So, for example, let's say the zone boss is what it is, the bringer of poison spores. you may find enemies will start to sprout flowers on their bodies and have poisonous attributes, regardless of whatever other abilities they have. Think of it as like weather.
Okay.
So think of the weather of this one being poison. And the longer that we take and the more that we sit here, the poison gets stronger. That's why it's covered up nearly the entire southern part of this island. And the crater is, I don't know, 40 fucking miles in diameter.
You know what caused that crater?
I do not, and I don't want to know.
I mean, we're probably gonna find out. I mean, I don't really want to know why I do want to know. That's a lie.
I mean, listen. You seem semi-capable. Your friends have similar. Well, I don't know what that one does. And he points to the frog. He goes, but the other one is definitely packing some heat.
Whoa. All right. Things I don't need to know for 500, Alex. I think the frogman just spits on people or something. I don't know. I'll be honest. I've never talked to him in my life.
And you decided to bring him here to unite the planes of
All
the
right.
darkest ages.
All right. He wasn't. Okay, he was one of the first choices, but it's only because I thought that I could send them off on their own and they could do it themselves.
I see.
All right. So, what would you recommend we go fucking do then? Like right now,
I mean,
other than knitting. I'm not doing that.
well,
All right, good talk. All right, I'm gonna go to that
I'm
bridge.
thinking, damn it. Well, yeah, I mean, the bridges. The bridges. I'm just worried.
What? I get it. You're worried. I'm not exactly too enthusiastic about going fighting a fucking boss by myself. All right, but it seems like the only course of action right now. Like we
And
got
I mean,
we got to get a stronghold, and the strongholds are all fucking up there.
I agree. I agree.
So it's like, and
Okay.
I can't sit here and wait for my buddies to just magically appear because I don't know what the fuck that's happening.
Okay, I agree with you, but okay. So listen, the one on the bridge, you just need to be smart about it, okay? If you manage to defeat the world boss, that'll open up the stronghold. If you feel like you can get the stronghold, you'll be pretty close. You don't have to fight everything here. There are plenty of people that do not like the ruler. It's just the world has kind of plunged into chaos. So
Are there any like settlements of people outside of the fucking orcs and
there
these
are,
dudes
but
up
a
top?
faint geomancer has pretty much blocked them off,
Sorry, a
and they
what?
a geomancer,
Okay.
one that can control rocks. He's the one that did
Oh, I
this,
can
and he
do that.
points to this. He points to the settlement. He goes, "They are a nice group of people, but they want nothing to do with the outside."
This is the one that's the island.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. All right.
He goes.
Well,
Also, there's something that lurks in the water around there. It, like swallows ships whole. I've actually never seen it, but we lost a group of people going on an excursion
yeah,
some
it's
70
probably a
years
kraken.
ago.
So that
Yes.
that'll be fun. Um, is there anything you can give me to assist in anything here? Like,
Unfortunately, I will be virtually worthless until we unite the first
yeah,
plane.
I'm kind of starting to see that.
Okay, asshole. I managed to get the teleport for your two allies. Otherwise, you'd be
Hey,
going and swinging your fucking slab of metal alone.
which I'm probably gonna end up fucking doing anyway. All right. So I appreciate you bringing the guys here. Okay. I'm not trying to sound ungrateful, but you are kind of dropping a whole lot of shit on me right now, and
It is unfair to you.
you're not giving me a
But
whole lot of options. All right. I'm just trying to see if there's something extra that can be done, to make things maybe a little easier. But if not, I mean, I gotta go fucking perform. You know what I mean?
of course.
So
Well, I just I figured you would want revenge on that which destroyed your family and sent you.
Hold on, what? What now?
Are you serious? You're not from wherever he sent you. You know that, right? That was a spell. You're a denizen of the plains, Jeremiah. You were born here.
I'll probably fucking die here too. Um, okay, well that's fucking news to me. Wait,
Yes.
where's my fucking mom?
Yes. Okay. Hey, we're getting somewhere. Your mother, we believe, is in one of the greater planes, in the deeper parts of the Shattered Plains. Your father tried to reunite them I don't know. How old are you?
I don't know.
All right, whenever you were born, I guess. But he said he had just had a son,
I'm
and
28, okay? I'm not that old.
he carried you off, and then he comes back and everything hits the fucking fan. Your mother is kidnapped and taken for God knows what reasons, and then your father, gathers an army, and next thing you know, they're getting slaughtered in the Greater Plain.
Oh, excellent.
I managed to escape with a book and a message from your father, and it was to give you this information so that you could hopefully save your mother.
Do I have any siblings?
No,
Like,
not anymore.
oh, okay. Um, what the fuck happened there?
They could only save one. Your twin did not make it.
How do you know that?
I was practically your mother's midwife.
It seems a little irregular, but
Well,
they didn't have
we
any
were on a
fucking women for that. Do women exist here?
Does it look like people just live here? He said, look outside. There's fucking giant thorns gripping the other thing. You go,
No.
this place is desolation.
Okay, well, where the fuck are the rest of the people? Are they just in that stronghold in the fucking middle of the ocean?
They have mostly either perished or have been split off into settlements far and wide.
Okay, so say I go north, alright? And I get past this world boss. Let's pretend that fucking happens, alright?
Yes.
When I say I get to this first settlement, okay? What can I expect there?
Depends on who is holding it. You can either expect denizens that worship the Great One as they are able to loot, pillage, and do as they please, or you may find people who sympathize your father's cause and perhaps would willingly give you the stronghold.
I mean, what's there left to fucking loot and pillage?
Some say that those that end up being in the strongholds long enough, their minds aren't all there, and it's as if they're playing games. They'll simply just go and attack living beings, travelers, and the like.
Okay. Um, if I take over that stronghold, is that shit gonna happen to my people too?
It shouldn't. It didn't when your father took over strongholds, but it depends. The
Well,
stronghold will match the energy of the one that owns it.
do you remember what strongholds my father held?
And he marks, I'm going to mark it with blue. He marks this one on the map.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a fucking hike. So, realistically speaking, that would probably be the best place to start, right?
Yes,
Cause they used to follow my father, right?
correct. But being in between these three strongholds will put you at risk of raiding parties.
Yeah, fucking read these nuts. All right.
Woo!
I mean, fuck it. You know, I guess ain't no time like the present, right? Fucking, I'll get some
Something
sleep, and
say.
then I think we fucking head out. Unless there's more you gotta tell me. Can you teach me how to read this fucking book?
I cannot. We must find one that can speak the old tongues. I do, however, can give you this floating carpet so that you don't have to walk.
Okay, alright. I mean, yeah, that works.
So this item will double your movement per day, as it will now, and it can carry up to 4 people.
Okay, then. See, when I was like, do you have anything you could give me that would help me on my... This is the kind of shit I was talking about.
Well, I needed to see what your plan was.
I mean, my plan's probably gonna get me fucking killed. But,
Oh, absolutely. I'm ready to
boy,
essentially
you have
live.
so much fucking faith in me.
Well, I
For
mean,
being your only fucking hope.
yeah. Uh, I mean, I like knitting.
Yeah,
It's
well, you're
neat.
gonna be knitting fucking thorns soon.
Well, fair enough.
So,
Blessed your ways.
thanks for your fucking blessing.
I am sure you'll do great, Jeremiah.
Oh, I
And
fucking
then
hope. I mean,
you
and if
can
I
go
don't,
and
I'll die,
find.
so it won't matter.
Well, you can go find magical items, and then you can give them to me, and I will become stronger, and I will lead you to victory.
Yes, but you can't fucking leave.
Not yet, but Jeremiah, if your friends come and they are as strong as you, surely the power of friendship will prevail. It
God.
didn't for your father or anybody before him, but surely you would be different.
Man, you're just a fucking ray of sunshine, aren't you? All right.
I have seen 3 failed overthrowings, and I have lived through 3 of them. Partially because I'm a coward, but you
Yeah, I
know.
can. Yeah, makes fucking sense.
But hey,
Hey, where were you when these other towers were getting overtaken?
would you look at that?
Wait,
I
are
think
there
I
more
hear
people
somebody
like
calling
you
me.
that were supposed to be in those towers?
Would you look at that? I think somebody's calling me from upstairs, and he's gonna get up and start walking.
Holy fuck. All right. Ronan, that was your fucking name, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna. I guess Frogman, you probably should get over here too. Frogman, you got a real fucking name, or are you just Frogman?
My name is Timothy.
Timothy.
Yes.
Okay.
With a PH.
Where?
Yes. And he writes out Timophy. Timothy.
Timothy.
Yes.
Jesus fuck. All right.
You're aware of my ability, right?
I think you fucking like spit on people and.
Well, I have stockpiled 14 prisoners to turn into
Excuse me?
mutant fish people. Yeah, those mutant fish people, I make those by
Okay.
eating people. And then their eggs grow here, and he lifts up his shirt,
Oh, I
and you
don't
can
need to
just
see
his
that.
gills flap open, and you could just see
Oh
the
God.
eggs of people, and they're
Oh, it
just
fucking
squirming,
stinks, dude.
ready to. Oh yeah, it's horrid.
Oh my. Wait. When did you eat 14 fucking people? What's Tommy been feeding you?
He hasn't been feeding me, so I go out at night, and if I see a mugger, I follow him and then eat him.
Oh fuck. All right. Well,
I may not have also been seen going into Tommy's apartment, but I didn't really get the chance to talk to him because he never really came by.
oh fuck. Well, fuck Tommy anyway. He yelled at me. All right. So that's fucking Tommy's problem now.
Oh, you have no idea.
Oh fuck yes. All right. All right, boys. So the plan is we're gonna head out in the morning, get some fucking sleep. Um, I've been walking like 150 fucking miles. All right. But that being said, we're going north. All right. And I'm gonna show them on the map where that fucking world boss is.
Do you think we are strong enough?
Well, I mean, if you got a better idea,
No, I'm just
like, trust
I
me,
don't.
I don't fucking know if we're strong enough. I fucking
Oh,
hope we
okay.
are. Otherwise,
Well,
we're probably fucking dead.
well. Um,
And wait, what can you do?
remember I unsheathed my sword and then you guys told me to stop?
Oh yeah, I've been drinking too much. Is that gonna affect us in battle?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
But
fucking
it's okay.
great.
I can control it. I can control it.
Yeah, famous last fucking words. I can control it until I can't, and then everyone's dead. Like,
I can control it until I'm going, I can't control it.
and I'm gonna have to fucking super him to kill him.
And he just goes, Jeremiah, you have to kill me.
Oh fuck.
Okay, so you're gonna sleep the night away.
Yep.
You do, however, notice that when you wake up, you feel extremely rejuvenated, as if you didn't walk. So there definitely seems to be various spells and stuff that are casted throughout, most likely by the other wizards that attended this. As you kind of go through and you realize this is a college, so hundreds of people probably were studying magic here. And as far as you know, there's only the one wizard now. But you do notice like some of your wounds heal, so if you had any statuses, go ahead and heal those away. But you also feel refreshed and rejuvenated as if you didn't walk. With that, you are now at a base speed of 40, so 4 blocks a day. So to get you to the bridge,
Is it a fair assumption that this carpet cannot go over the water?
yes.
Okay.
Basically, what would happen is if a wave crashes into your carpet, it's like you just start sinking.
Okay. So it's not
So
like very far off the ground.
it's like a foot off the ground.
Okay. All right.
It's like levitating.
Yeah, it's like
Um,
not true flight.
so 10, 50. So yeah, it'll be about 60. So 2 days will get you to here, which is the bridge. I'm going to roll for your random events. Nothing. Once you get to the bridge, that is effectively his territory. Or hers. You'll see.
Okay. All right. All right. All right.
Okay. And so are you just going to fucking gung-ho down the bridge until...
Yeah, I mean, there's not really many options here.
I
So,
bet.
yeah. All right, boys, just be ready for anything, because
So
I
as
have
you're
no
walking
fucking
down,
clue.
you see this in the distance, roughly about a mile out.
Oh, okay. That looks
That's and the Timothy goes, he's kind of fucking huge.
yeah, it seems to be a fucking theme around here.
Everything's bigger in the Shattered Plains.
Who the fuck is that?
And you realize you look down at the carpet and you just see a sigil light up and he goes, I can talk to you from here.
Jesus fuck. I got my own fucking Navi.
Listen,
Fuck.
the enemy in front of you is considered a world boss.
Yeah, where's that
He
fucking
is of
owl?
a varying difficulty.
Where's the
You should be
fucking owl
careful
come
when
from?
fighting him.
Oh fuck.
And Timothy goes, so is it even like, do you want, like, we're just gonna go fight this fucking thing?
I mean, unless we can just get by it, but I feel like, I mean, like we could try to just like run by, you know what I mean? But
Okay, I mean, so yeah, let's just approach it and see what happens, right? Like, if it starts swinging, then like, what we want to just book it?
I mean, so we gotta kill this thing eventually. You know what I mean? So
Well, I
maybe
think from what you were explaining yesterday, we just need to kill two of them. But I mean, yeah, obviously the bridge would be kind of nice because then, like, we're gonna have to run back.
that's
We're
what I'm
gonna have to
saying.
run.
We gonna have to fucking run by this guy every single time we want to go somewhere. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I feel like eventually he's gonna fucking sucker punch someone and they're gonna die. When
Right.
we could fight him, and I'm pretty fucking confident what
Right.
we
Yeah.
could
Of
take. I mean,
course.
like
Yeah. Absolutely.
he's
But
big,
you
but
know
he's
what?
covered nice, all right. So
Yeah. Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
to be slow, you know.
Oh, 100%. Fuck it. Let's do it. And you guys are approaching and approaching, and he's just gonna go and just
Oh
fucking, the
fuck.
14 are gonna come out. He goes, "They should buy us enough time," and you see just the fucking conglomerated fish people just start sprinting in on it. So go ahead and do what you would like to do.
All right. Um. Fuck yeah. All right.
We really just doing this shit, huh?
We sure are. All right. Let's fucking just get in there, dog. Um. Oh, okay. So, I'm gonna super immediately, and I am going to shoot my annihilation cannon and just
All
try to
right.
like blow one of the fucking legs off.
Okay.
Because I feel like if we immobilize him,
Go for it. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so I forget. Do I roll stuff for this super?
So yes, you can roll, and you are uncapped.
Uncapped. Okay.
So as long as it fits, you can use it.
Okay.
And then put a 2-week timer on your super.
Alrighty. I forget what my fucking transference. Face danger. Okay. Yeah, I think we got it. All right.
Boom! So you do not cut the leg off, however, you do a shit ton of damage.
All right, boys.
And-
Let's fucking do this.
And Ronan and Timothy are also going to be running in as while you run in. And I need you to go ahead and make a face danger check.
All right.
As you watch as he winds up and just yeet, and you just see something the size of like a fucking truck flying at you.
Okay. Oh fuck yeah.
Dynamite success, sick.
I'm gonna try to reflect this back at him, like
So
like grab onto it and send it right back to him,
yeah,
like
so
using like inertia.
you basically, yeah, what you end up, I would say what you easily do is you pull out your sword and you manage to deflect it in such a way that it swings around and boom, just clocks him up in the head, and that's going to stagger him back. Ronan starts cutting into the side of him, but obviously you can see that they're not really doing anything, as well as the fish people are just starting to crawl up him and are just like digging onto the armor and all of that.
All right.
What would you like to do?
So can I reuse tags that I used for the super on this first attack?
No.
Okay. Oof. All right. Oh god. Oh, it's time for the pipe.
So you're gonna just run up going, "Ah!"
Well, I'm just gonna try to hit that fucking leg again and just see
Okay.
how much we can fucking do to it. Okay,
Okay.
so what have I used? Oh, fucking easy. Oh hell yeah, let's fucking do this. I can still get fourth power attacks.
You're just moving, you fucking hit it with the pipe. The pipe seems to do nothing.
Excellent.
Your pipe actually just bends backwards as
no,
you hit it, and you just
My
go,
pipe.
"Oh shit! Oh no, my pipe!" Ronan cutting into it. I need you to make a face danger. Regardless if you're trying to take cover or superior position, you notice that because of the atmosphere on the bridge, it is icy, it is slippery, it is cold. It is impossible to dodge the size of these attacks that are just swinging at such speed.
All right.
You manage to dodge it. However, you watch as Timothy is not as lucky. And you watch as he gets hit and is just sent flying through the bridge. Like
Wait.
over to the side.
Oh, like over the side of the bridge?
No, like just
Oh.
farther onto the side, but he just
Like,
lays
well, he's
there
fucking
now.
dead.
He just lays there now, like lifeless.
Oof.
Ronan, however, also manages to like kind of bounce off, and he's onslaughting onto the same thing. The fish people also digging into him. He's starting to get extremely damaged. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna summon the big ass sword, and I'm gonna use some fire magic and like ignite the sword up with it and fucking um, hit it that way and see if I can
Okay.
cleave through the metal
Okay.
of it.
And then I need you to make a face danger, but only utilizing anything that can help you deal with cold. You'll put another hole through him.
Okay. Anything I can use against cold.
So, for example, if you wanted to face danger, I would not allow insane grip, self reliant, or inhuman strength. I would only allow elemental body for the face danger check.
And amplify, right? I could use that.
And amplify, yes, you could use that.
I'm assuming extreme force isn't gonna do anything.
So basically, you can check whatever you think is going to hit, and then again, I'll be the one that goes no, so whatever, right? And that only will really matter if your roll is mediocre or low.
This is face danger again, right?
Correct.
Oh.
Yeesh.
I'm gonna use inspiration.
Okay. Okay. So in your head, you watch as you get frozen fucking solid, like take a frozen 5 and can't move, which lines you up to get absolutely punted. But that was an alternate reality. You managed to dodge the blast of cold that comes out from the hole in his body. I need you to make another phase danger this time for the fucking sight thing that's flying Mach 5 from the other side now.
Okay. But this one I can use.
Correct. You can use your normal stuff. As always, you can use whatever you want. And then if I think something isn't going to work, then okay. So you will take a bludgeoned 3 as you put your sword up. And you're not really like you dodge the blast of cold, so you're not fast enough to really raise your sword. So it like bounces off the sword and slams into your left shoulder. And my fucking god, you feel your whole arm just pop out.
Fuck yeah.
You like spin over to the left as it's going to be reeling back up. What would you like to do while he's reeling back up to do an overhead strike?
I want to shift my blade into a gun again and try to shoot the arm that is overheading and try to like send it off course.
Okay, you notice the fish people are digging into him now. His armor is starting to fall off. The icicle halo is starting to fall off. Most of the fish people have either now frozen to death though and are now in chunks about it. Ronan is also doing pretty well. He's basically staying right under the boss, and it seems to be fixated on you for whatever reason. It is largely ignoring Ronan. So Ronan is like, wow, target dummying the fuck out of him right now.
Okay.
And you're noticing Ronan's ability is now a little more honed and refined, but you watch as these various enigmations from the shadows and the darkness that pool around his body are like coming out. Like these various demons and fucking stuff are just jumping out of his shadow, taking chunks out of him, drilling into the side. And let me Go ahead and roll your.
So, because of what I want to do, would this be hit him with all I got or change the game?
Say what you were trying to do again. I'm sorry.
I'm just trying to shoot the arm that is like trying to make the attack to either destroy it or like send it off course, but also do damage. You know what I mean?
Change the game.
Okay. Ooh, baby. That was a
Nice.
big
Okay, so yeah, so now so now you will get a +4 to your next face danger. So go ahead and roll that.
one. Okay.
Sheesh! So you're gonna just bounce both of them back, and it's just gonna cleave right through his arms, and he's just gonna fall down to his knees, going. And you watch as he slowly shatters away into just ice. Good job, bro.
Well, we fucking did it, boys. Is Timothy still alive? I'm gonna go check on him.
So you look onto him, and you go over, and he just goes. You like roll him over, and you can see his entire left side is just like caved in, and he's just going. Did we win?
Oh, yeah, we got it, pal. Good work out there, man.
I can't feel my legs.
It's okay, man. We'll get you to the other side of this bridge, all right? We'll get you patched up, all right?
And you go to lift him, and you just see that parts of his rib cage have shattered outside his body, and he is losing a lot of blood. And he goes, I know we need to find Gravedigger, but could you?
Hey, just be quiet for a second, all right? Gravedigger's dead.
Tell my family that I tried my best. Okay.
You got it, pal. But don't worry, your family's safe from Gravedigger now.
Okay. And then you watch as his eyes widen up, tears start to brim, and he goes, I didn't want to die here. And then he falls limp in your arms.
Well, fuck. Come on, man.
And Ronan comes by and he goes,
Ronan, can you do anything about this?
I can offer him to the blade, but that is about it.
The fuck does that mean?
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, well, what does it mean?
The spirits of my blade, they can store and claim, but I don't know if they can return.
Well, I mean, it sounds like our only fucking option, doesn't it? I don't know, man.
Very well. And he pulls out his sword and he unwraps the bandage. His sword is bandaged. That's like the sheath.
Okay.
So the bandage comes off, and you watch as it basically tourniquets around his arm, and you watch as the black writings start to pop up almost like nails, and then just slowly dig into his body, and you see blood starts to run down his arm, and he starts dripping his blood on it, and you watch as that blood turns this dark black and pools under it, and you just watch as this big set of white teeth just bite down and just sink back into the ground. And then it just speaks. It goes, "It is done." And then you watch as the bandages fall limp, his wounds still bleeding, and the bandages quickly wrap back around the blade, and he sheaths his blade, and then he pulls out of his kit some like a pad, starts to pat it down and basically try to cauterize the like bleeding and all that, and then he wraps his arm up and he goes, "It is done."
Well, that was a little more gruesome than I thought it was going to be.
Well, it it is the part of my power that I am still unaware of. The blade holds many mysteries. I am simply trying to uncover them.
You think there's a possibility that we can like move his spirit into like another body or something?
I do not know. It is possible, perhaps. The demon speaks of many things to me, but I have not entertained him.
So we just offered his soul to a fucking demon. Is that what you just told
Well,
me?
I call it a demon, but my legend of my family crest believes that this is the culmination spirits of all of our warrior ancestors that have fought before. The wraps are a mystical holy wrapping that allows me to speak with my past lineage. I call them demons because I have seen what fighting does to people. In a normal, peaceful world, we should not have to fight one another
Well,
and do the barbaric things that I have seen.
I hope it's pretty evident to you that we don't live in a peaceful fucking world.
Oh, yes, I picked that up pretty quickly. It is weird. Since staying in that place, I feel more intelligent, as if
Staying in
something
what
awoken
place?
in me in the tower.
Okay, well,
Don't you feel different?
I felt refreshed, but like I feel good, you know? Well, I got slapped the fuck up, but and speaking of which, I want to use my accelerated regeneration, try to heal back some of that damage.
Go ahead and use it, change the game.
Can self-reliant be used with this or no? Just accelerated.
No,
Okay.
just accelerated regeneration.
Oh, easy.
So you heal one.
Oh, that's it? Fuck.
Yep. And then, you can do it again. Just add whatever you use in statuses in another status that is basically how much you can use. I give you a max of 6 regen per montage, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you want to wipe away that status, just give you another status that is like how much left you have in the tank. And this isn't by block, this is by status.
Okay. So I can remove it, but just take 3.
Yes, remove it and take 3, and then if you get another 2 status, you go up to 5 on that other status.
Okay. And I can go to 6, right?
You can go all the way to 6. And that's capped out, then you need to montage to clear that regeneration ability.
Roger. Alright.
Same thing with like Sean's cauterization or CJ's healing.
Yeah, it makes sense. Well, okay. Is his body still here?
Mm-mm.
Did it kind of just get like absorbed into the blade?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's nothing like there's no remains
Nothing there.
left. Okay,
No remains, nothing.
great.
But congratulations, you defeated a world boss, and laying in his now shattered top half is this large ice gem. It's like a big blue, like a light blue crystal. It's about the size of like a large drink cup.
Okay.
And it's beautiful, very pristine. And it's ice, frostbite, cold to the touch. Like you need gloves to pick that shit up.
All right. I imagine I've got like, do I have some kind of like bag or anything?
You have blacksmithing. Like yeah, you got like your blacksmithing gloves.
Okay, yeah. I guess. Well, I want to put it somewhere so I don't have to like carry it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you wrap it up and put it in your bag.
Yeah, yeah. That's around
When you
what I'm
take it
looking
from
at.
him, you watch as the rest of him fades and pulls away.
Man, it's a shame I couldn't just convince the guy to fucking
I
fight
have a
me.
feeling that many of the things here are not of mind.
You think it wasn't sentient?
I
You think it
The
was
way it
just
was
like
tacking
a
almost seemed
husk?
like it was in a pattern. No,
Mm.
I mean it seemed very telegraphed.
Like it's just being controlled by like magic or something.
Correct.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I say we get to the other edge of this bridge and make camp there. I imagine
Very
it's
well.
it's gonna start getting colder, so um,
I agree.
but luckily I can make fire, so
And nothing happens on that one. So you make a camp and you rest, and then it is going to be
holy fuck.
another 100 at 40, so another 3 days.
Okay. Um, and this first day we're gonna be going past this first settlement, right?
Correct.
Um, as we're passing by it, I want to kind of like use some
Scope it out.
binoculars, yeah, and see if I can see anything. If they look like if there's something that's peaceful. Oh no, I meant the.
No, I know. I'm just
Okay,
I'm just moving you to destination because I just did all your shadow rolling. So
okay,
we're gonna go through what you do on the next 3 days.
okay.
Assuming
So
you're gonna go straight there, or are you want to take it day by day so you can sidetrack or what?
I just want to take the first day by day. If that makes
Okay,
sense.
yeah, that's
Just
fine.
because I
That's
want
fine.
to, I want to investigate this settlement that we're going by.
Go for it. Yeah, go ahead and roll investigation. On the first day, nothing seems to catch your attention, and also seems to be extremely quiet, unnervingly quiet. But so go ahead and do an investigation.
Are
You
we
just
in
kind of scope it out.
like a snow biome now?
Yeah, it's snow and fucking rock. Well, you'll see a pack of wolves every now and then, caribou, moose, meese, geese, whatever.
All right, that's
Okay, you
not
get one
terrible.
clue or one question.
Um, let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure what is a good question. Can I just take
A very
an
simple question is do I see what's at that tower?
um yeah, okay. Yeah, that works. Yeah.
Okay. You see this, and they're watching you.
Oh, fuck.
But they don't seem to do anything. They're just watching you.
Um so I want to see, can I use wind to like speed up this fucking thing for like a short period of time? This
Sure.
okay.
To accomplish what? Just
Well,
get the fuck out of there.
if I need to.
Yes. Yeah, I absolutely would allow that. That would
Okay.
just be we would move into a combat scenario and you would use change the game and take a risk.
Okay. Yeah, works for me.
But yes, absolutely you could.
Great. I want to cautiously approach it. Um, and if it looks like they're going to be making some kind of hostile action towards me, we're just going to get the fuck out.
Okay. So you cautiously approach and approach and approach and approach and approach, and nothing seems to happen. However, Ronan tells you to stop, and then
I'll
he
freeze
points,
immediately, yeah.
and you notice there are sigils all on the ground, twisting and turning and twisting and turning, and you're levitating over him. But he just kind of like leans over and picks up a fucking rock and throws it, and when it lands on the sigil, you watch as these cloaked red hands just start grabbing the rock and pulling it down into the earth.
All right. So yeah, Ronan, I think it's time to leave.
He goes, "Yeah, I think there's at least 30 of them up there, and that ain't it."
Yeah, I agree with you. Let's keep going.
You're
Um,
pretty strong, though. I was meaning to compliment you on your your skills back there. He goes, you have quite the firepower.
Well, so the other people that you've met, if I do say so myself, I am the strongest of us.
Oh yeah.
So,
No.
so if you thought Tommy or fucking whoever the fuck else you've seen fight was strong, then you ain't seen nothing yet.
Tommy has an interesting ability. He created a like a temporal zone, which I thought was really cool. It seems as if everybody has a more innate fighting style, at least the comparison between Tommy and yourself.
yeah,
He
he's
goes, yes, in terms of raw firepower, he goes, that was a lot. Even I'm not a raw firepower type.
yeah. I mean, my approach to most things is, it can't hurt you if it's fucking gone. So,
That is a good path.
so, so yeah, we kind of put all of our fucking eggs in one basket here with that one, but you know, it is what it is. This is what I was born with. So,
I see.
um,
Well,
but yeah, let's keep
let's
moving.
get out of here.
I don't really like
And
the look of
as you
these
were getting
guys.
closer or whatever, you do start to hear almost like a harmonized and then that starts to like kind of fade away as you get in there as if they were singing.
Hmm.
Um, and then lucky for you, my rolls have been dog shit. So nothing really
This
happens.
game's so easy. No.
I know, dude. I have rolled like under 20 on every
Holy
single
fuck.
roll. And I'm like, damn, dude, like at least give me a 95 so the eater of eyes can come after you. Like, because there are also there are random world bosses that on a D100 I roll to see if they happen. Basically, if I get a 100, I roll for a catastrophic event. So
Well then.
those are the nut, and I will always post proof of the 100. So
Fucking
when it happens, you know it's fate.
nut. Nut. Nut.
Um. So yeah. Alrighty, you get there, and when you get there, you see that there are torches lit. However, the gates are closed, and there doesn't seem to necessarily be anybody in there. However, there is also nobody that seems to come out or say anything as you approach.
Are there like what's the place kind of look like?
It looks like a very ran down castle.
Does it look like the battlements are still like intact?
Yes,
Okay. Um what about the doors and stuff?
yes, it does look like it's still intact.
All right. So yeah, Ronan, I think we're here. Um
I see.
so I guess we should find out the fuck is in here. Um hopefully there is somebody that knows a little bit more than we do
Very well.
and isn't trying to kill us. And
And you approach the stronghold. What would you like to do?
yeah, I'd like to. I think I'm gonna rap on the doors and just see if somebody comes to them. If they don't, then I'm just gonna try to open them.
And you see somebody opens up this like a slit, and he goes, uh, "Who are you, and why are you here?"
Um, I don't think we ever gave my dad a name.
Nope, we definitely didn't. So
um, so let's go ahead and retcon that real quick. Um, his name is gonna be Xavier.
okay,
So, well, I'm here because my father used to be the leader of this place.
who is your father?
Xavier.
Jeremiah.
That's right.
quickly, come, 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 come. And he opens the door and ushers you in. He says, before the horsemen are out.
Hold on. What? Like,
And he goes, no time, no time. And he gets
okay.
you in
All right.
and closes the door and then lowers the gate. And you can see there's about a group of 24 or so inside, just kind of like around campfires and stuff. And, there's jerky and so on and so forth. And he goes, Baron, he says his name is Jeremiah, that he's Xavier's son. And honestly, I didn't expect you to go all the way up here so quick. So give me 1 second.
What did you expect me to do?
I honestly expected you to get extremely overwhelmed and just kind of like fuck around and find out. And then I also expected you to roll like absolute shit and get absolutely obliterated.
To be honest, I wish I kind of did roll a little bit worse.
It is what it is. It's inspiration has saved you guys from some real fucking issues. And I've been very generous with the inspiration, so I'm gonna tone it down a bit so we can get some more interesting fights.
Now you tone it down. Now that I've used my first one in like 3 months.
Dude, you have no idea what's gonna fucking happen to these dudes on Sunday.
Oh.
It's gonna be with the new notoriety system and shit. Oh fuck. And this man approaches you and he goes, Jeremiah,
That's my name.
do you have his book?
Yeah, flash him the book.
By God. He says, it took you long enough.
Well, I mean, apparently I was a fucking baby when I left this place. So...
Time travels differently. Your father and I were friends from the other realm.
Hold on, so you've been... Is it still called Earth? What is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you've been to Earth?
I
Are you from there, or are you from here?
am from Earth.
Oh, fuck.
This is why my aging is much different.
Do you know how much time passes here?
I don't know. I've been in this stronghold at least for 85 years.
Holy fuck. You don't look 85.
I know. I look well, and shit, I can fight better. And you see he shing 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 shing, like he swings, he's swinging. Ain't necessarily magical, but by God, he hears it. He goes, I was captain of your father's 4th Battalion. We were the rear guard, so thankfully we all made it out with our lives when the retreat was held after we evacuated what we could. Says many of these people fought alongside your father.
Do you know what actually happened to him?
We do not. He wouldn't let me get close. We spent a lot of time. We reunited, I believe, 4 of the planes, and that's when their forces started to try and stop us. We tried to not play their game, and we went straight there. We found a loophole, with clever wizardry and magical artifacts. We were able to bring in a small shock force directly to the Great One. Well, you know how that went.
Yeah. Yeah, I imagine it didn't go very well.
Regardless, now that you are here, I can relinquish control of this stronghold. I told your father I would hold this. But you must be warned. We are the closest one to the horsemen of the north.
What does that mean?
There are 4 horsemen that patrol these areas. I'm sure you've heard of the 4 horsemen, the ancient children's story back on Earth. Pestilence, war, etc., etc. Well,
so they're actually real.
And they ride one each night, hunting anything that comes out. The other strongholds are also infested by God fucking knows what. At first, this entire area used to be controlled by your father's forces, And now, whatever cults and other things that have been bred up have taken it. But we will take it back.
Well, that's very true. We fucking will.
All in all, we have about 85 people living in the settlement. We have roughly 30 that can fight well, and a recruitment class of 15. The rest are civilians and others that run the market. We we have two groups that protect the fishing force, and then one group that hunts for our wolves and so on and so forth. We make by, but with all of the things that have been kicking up just recently in the past few months, we've been more and more reluctant to go out. We've been eating into our reserves. My name is Reginald, by the way. Reginald von Hausinger, the fourth.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Reginald. You know me. I'm Jeremiah, and I imagine you know why I'm here. So,
Yes, I do. Fuck.
ooh,
That was a good one. And he
yeah,
goes, now, you look wounded. I will bring you to our medic bay.
yeah, all right, that works.
Okay.
So is there like actual infrastructure here, or is it literally just like people in
It is
fucking?
a it is a small hamlet. So there are barracks, a mess hall, and then like a few houses and then a castle.
Okay,
So like a stronghold is enough to hold probably 250 people max is
okay.
pretty much what these strongholds are going to do. And so you get into the medical bay, and this person greets you with poultices and so on and so forth, and she's gonna give you some bed rest, and she goes, you are quite bruised. Did you run into trouble out there?
Yeah, you could say that. Um,
Here,
you know that ice
have some
bridge,
of
right?
this. Ah, yes, the one that the Guardian watches over.
Oh
He's
well,
very troublesome.
well the Guardian's gone. So
What?
yeah,
Reginald, he says the Guardian. Did you kill it?
yeah, it is dead, and I'll pull out the iced crystal.
And he goes, Jeremiah, that is an enhancement material. Your father explained this to you in the book, right?
People keep saying that.
Well, yeah, I mean, we fucking told him. That was the whole point.
So
We were like,
assume he didn't tell me a goddamn thing. All right.
oh, for fuck. All right, listen, I loved Xavier like a brother, but imagine that your brother had mental deficiency.
It's still my father, dude. All right.
I understand that. And he's a great dad. He just,
He wasn't that great. He wasn't really around. So,
that
uh,
is less of his fault and more of ours.
I mean, he led you. You know, a good leader takes responsibility. And
I suppose. Well, I know a little bit. Your father was trying to teach me, but I didn't have the knack for it. An enhancement material, you are able to bind yourself, as well as equipment that you make, to important people of your life. And then you can refine these materials from various dungeons and so on and so forth to give them special powers, enhancements, and upgrades. Most of the time, you want to save them for people that you believe their strength is willing, but you can give them to just about anybody and it will give them a huge power boost. I used to have one from your father, but unfortunately, all of the powers are tethered to your life force. Once you're gone, so are the powers, and my shield has not been the same since. And you look and you see there is a topaz gem, but it is cracked and it is not glowing.
huh. Well, that's something to think about. Did he
Yeah.
did he ever explain like how you use them?
Um, honestly, once you've given them to somebody, it usually comes in the form of an item, a weapon, armor, an amulet. And honestly, I woke up and I was able to use spectral shielding and healing, and I could radiate solar energy and blast it at people. I mean, I felt
So,
like a superhero.
so does it? Do all I have to do is give the crystal to someone?
You have to refine it into an item
Okay,
and then
yeah.
give it to somebody. He said it had something to do with knowing what was best for the person. So when you knew them, you made them something, whether it was a glove or a boot or a necklace, an earring, or
Hmm.
anything. And next thing you know, some sort of power took shape.
Did he ever explain that process to you, like how to infuse
I
this into
mean,
something?
he took out some fancy fucking tools and just went away in his forge. I mean, in fact,
You,
his forge is still here.
I was gonna say you wouldn't still have those tools, would you?
I do.
Well, that's that's some good fucking news.
So you go to the forge, and he points out, and it looks like this is your old dad's withered tool belt. However, what you notice is that there are gem slots in every single one of the tools, but all of them are shattered and look like they're dusted away. So there is a hammer, a file, clamps to like pick up, pair of gloves, and the belt itself. Each one of them have a gem slot.
Okay.
So I'm going to tell you how this one works. When you get close to it, you notice that the belt starts to kind of reverberate, and you watch as your book lights up in that purplish energy, and you watch as the words start to spell it out, and it goes, "My son, if you are reading this, then you have found my work, and you have begun your first steps to pushing forward." Each one of those tools harnesses the power of the gems that you place in it and allows you to take part in astral weaving, using the power of the gods and bestowing it upon your brethren. Unfortunately, my gems are probably shattered and gone, so you will have to collect 5 more to recreate the set. Doing so will begin your start of astral weaving.
Hmm. And that's all the book says.
That's what it ends on.
Hmm.
So, out of character, how this works is a lot of these things drop gems. Each gem has a property, and depending on who you give it to, I will design an ability to the person that you give it to. It can be CJ, it can be whoever, it can be any of these fucking people that you meet. There will be certain people. Basically, what you're playing is you're playing a game of, if I like who you're giving it to, their ability will be cooler. If I think you're wasting it, their ability won't be as cool.
Okay.
So it's up to you to get to know these people in the Shattered Plains. The Shattered Plains, this is you. This is your shit. This is all your arc. This is focused solely for you. So these one-on-ones, these conversations, this is where you get to tell me how you want your shit, pulled up and down, and what you like, what you don't like,
Hmm.
so on and so forth. So these NPCs are, there will be some NPCs that, fall for Sean, CJ, Chance, and so on and so forth. But this is your zone. This is your shit. These are your systems, your vibes.
Yeah.
So each gem will do something different. You can put the gem into your pieces of gear to unlock your gear. You're going to need 5 of them, but you will not be able to extract those. You will lose those gem powers off of the map or off of giving them to people. So there's a lot of options.
Hold
Don't
on.
think too hard in it,
Hold on.
but
So the the gemstone that I picked up off that world boss, is this
yep.
a different type of gemstone than the ones that would be going in?
Nope.
So
These are
these can go into the blacksmithing equipment.
correct. I'm giving you 1 out of 5 pieces of equipment.
Okay. And so when I put it in that, what happens then? Like, that is that how I'm able to infuse it into something?
Correct.
Okay, and
So
then once I infuse it into
you
something, I
need to
lose the
burn
gem.
you need to burn 5 gems to re-unlock the equipment. So you need to sacrifice 5 gems from 5 bosses that you go, and now we got to get the equipment. Then when you go and defeat a boss, or you go into a dungeon, or you go somewhere, you get a gem, or you get an item, or you get something,
Hmm. So
and you
say
can
I wanted to
refine that.
say I wanted to reawaken Reginald's shield, for example.
Correct.
That would take 5 gems
To
to.
get all of your gear back, and then another gem that you would then put in his shield.
Okay, so a 6th gem would be required to.
Correct. And
So,
that
but once I
all
have
and
5, do I lose
you
those 5 every time I
yes.
use one?
No. So you lose the gem to reawaken your weapon or to reawaken your tool. So if you said I want to reawaken my hammer, okay, the ice crystal is gone, your hammer is reawoken.
Okay.
So you got to pick 5 gems that you're okay with never knowing what those powers will be
Okay.
to reawaken your blacksmithing set. After that, you will get astral weaving. That will give you the ability in the Shattered Plains only to weave rare boss materials, whether it's furs, horns, tusks, claws, gems, necklaces, whatever, into other items for other people and grant them powers, because you are not going to meet anybody in the Shattered Plains that actually has powers outside of very rudimentary Dungeons and Dragons level powers.
Okay.
You will meet like Reginald. He is literally just a guy with a sword and a shield and above average athleticism.
All right.
So you are not gonna meet like these giga chads that are like, the bringer of 1,000 hands and shit like that, because superpowers exist on Earth, not in the fantasy realm. So your astral weaving, you pull from the powers of Earth and give them fucking mythos.
Okay. And then so once I've reawakened all 5 pieces of equipment, that's when I can start using rare materials from other things to empower people's items, correct?
Correct.
But
And
I
each
don't have
person
to
can
reawaken these items more than once, correct?
correct. Once
Unless
it is
something were to
reawoken, it is
happen.
reawoken. Unless something happens. And how
Yeah.
that's going to work is you're going to roll a D100, and if you get a nat 1, the gem will shatter. And then you will have to replace the gem of one of your tools.
Okay, and it's only gems that can go into it, not the other rare materials.
Correct. Only
Okay.
gems can go into your tools. Other rare materials will be basically, you will use blacksmithing and everything, but your hammer and all your tools will turn into other things. You'll become a master fucking craftsman. So you may be able to make a cape, a bandana, a sword, a shield, armor, whatever, right?
Okay.
And then essentially your goal is to get as many NPCs like with relationships and get them juiced the fuck out so that they, after you go certain amount of maps, and then the notoriety system is going to kick up, right? And then so how the notoriety system is, I don't know if you read it or not. What it does, I'm going to do a quick detour and explanation on that.
Mm-hmm.
So there are 5 levels of notoriety: level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So once you've beaten a couple maps, you are going to automatically be on level 4 or level 5. And what happens is I shadow roll for every level 4 up. And if I get higher than a 90, I give myself 1 stack of information. On 4 stacks of information, I roll to assault a place of yours, whether it's an NPC, whether it's where you live, whether it's you yourself. I roll for those options. So let me give you an example of what's going to happen fucking on in the future, or can happen, or actually it already happened. So CJ and Chance are level 4 with the show mods. They've been level 4 for a while because of how much they are doing.
Mm-hmm.
So the general guideline is you hit level 4 once you've killed a higher up. In this case, they've kidnapped May in his eyes, so it's level 4. They got 4 stacks of information. And because they got 4 stacks of information on CJ, I rolled to see if they were either going to attack Stargazer's Lounge or attack him. And I got him. So that's why he got slammed into the side by the fucking vehicle.
Okay.
So what will happen eventually for you is the old one will eventually start figuring out about you. And then it's going to come down to where he gets stacks of information, and then he goes, yeah, I'm going to attack this stronghold. And if this stronghold, just has Reginald and the fucking regular soldiers, you're going to come back to that stronghold, and they're all going to be fucking dead and turned into paste.
Okay, cool.
So
Awesome.
that's how the notoriety system works.
Yeah.
The notoriety system is essentially to give you guys random events and to also keep you guys on your toes, because this game is cutesy and shit, but death is so fast in this game. It's way faster in D&D. And I want to make sure you guys always know that. I want you to always be aware that you are one miss and the people that you are with are not, you're not invincible. So, you know, what can you do, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I understand. All right.
So, so yeah.
I'm trying to think of what we do next.
Well, so I was going to say this is a good spot to where we can cut so that you can play and do some stuff on Sunday
Yeah. Okay.
or see how Sunday goes. Um, if that's cool with you.
Yeah.
You can, so, and then this girl's name is Niana. But yeah, it's explained to you, and yeah, man. Welcome to the Shattered Plains. Hope you
Yeah.
like it.
Oh, it's interesting. I think it's hilarious. I've already lost somebody. Oh. I probably wasn't supposed to fight that guy.
No, I expected you to go down south. So, spoiler, Steph's guest character is going to be in the Shattered Plains.
Okay.
So, Steph is going to be your guys' Shattered Plains NPC.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Oh, is Steph waiting in the winds right now? Fucking.
Well, so that was earlier. What I was saying earlier, what I was talking to her, and part of the reason I delayed till Friday until I realized she was fucking on her deathbed was I was gonna do her character, and then I was gonna try to goad you into going to the flag, and then you were gonna go to the flag, and the session was gonna end with her just coming in and doing a corny one-liner.
Okay.
But then you were like, "Oh, I'm gonna go north. I'm gonna fight a fucking boss and get a stronghold," because
Yeah.
that was gonna happen. That was supposed to happen with the party. That was your party arc.
Fuck the party, man. I am the party. Like, I mean,
I
did.
hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoyed your solo session, though, boss.
Oh, dude. Awesome.
I'm glad
Absolutely
y'all are
awesome.
enjoying this. This shit is so fun to me, dude. I love writing this content. I've got like 15 fucking tabs on my OneNote,
Bro,
and I'm just writing in all of them.
you've got so much shit prepared, which is fucking odd. Like I'll be 100% real with you. I've never experienced a DM that takes it this seriously,
I
and it is
love it.
great.
So I have been working on this new form of preparation for a couple of years, and I feel like I've really gotten the hang of it. Where essentially what I do is I will be on Pinterest during the session, and a lot of these guys, a lot of these pictures, I just pull from the wings. Like I know I want something to happen here, and then I just improv a story based off of a picture that I find. And then I know that it needs to fit this, it needs to fit this keyword. So I've got 30 fucking tabs open, and like I'll just find it because I'm like, I can't pick out every fucking NPC and everything. That's a waste of time. So like Reginald, Niana, or whatever, those are in my search for character sheets. And like I just have a shit ton of pictures, and I'm like, all right, he's up. Go. Welcome to the world.
He's a goat.
Like, so yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
it's really good because basically what they tell you to do is they're just like, listen, your players are unpredictable pieces of shit.
great. Mm-hmm.
Don't fucking try to prepare for them. They were like, just be confident in the basis of your story and the basis of your goals, and then just figure it out from there. And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, fucking what's his
Okay.
name? Fucking Chris, fucking D&D dude. Used to do fucking um Acquisition Incorporated. Chris fucking I can't remember his name now.
Acquisition Incorporated.
Yeah, it's like it's a live show D&D. Um, fuck, I can't remember.
Chris Perkins.
Yes, Chris Perkins. Yeah, he is an outstanding dungeon master. If you ever get the chance, like go back and watch some of like the PAX D&D sessions because that's
Mhm.
Acquisitions Incorporated. They're fucking hilarious. But he's also really good at being a dungeon master before like Jeremy Crawford took over. Which Jeremy
Mhm.
Crawford, if you don't know, is the lead rules designer for Dungeons and
Wizards.
Dragons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and Chris Perkins was also somebody very high up in that organization as well. Chris Perkins was actually responsible for writing a lot of the pre-made campaigns.
No shit. The modules and shit.
Yeah. So like,
That's pretty dope.
um, I think he wrote like Realm of the Mad God and a couple of other ones. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, his stuff is he's really good. Anyway, the whole moral of that story is that like I used to read like blogs and stuff about it that he would like essentially just talk about like, hey, being a DM, like these are things you should be doing, like, and he reiterated exactly what you're saying. Like you'll never be able to predict what your players are going to do, so don't plan everything out to a T. Have decent ideas and
And then let them write it.
be able to run with it.
Because at the end of the day, this is your campaign. This is your story. There are certain aspects that I want, so I force those in as like, your colors and your tools. I'm like, hey, paint a picture, but you can only paint with these 12 colors. And you're like, holy fuck, there's so many colors. And I'm like, I like all these colors. And then we meet in the middle and do it, because D&D, the big thing to me is it has to be fun for everybody involved. And a lot of dungeon masters, they make the mistake of cucking themselves for their players. And that's cringe, because it's also important that your dungeon master is having fun. And a lot of people forget that. And I feel like with you guys don't forget that. Like, you guys let me do my shenanigans and let me introduce my wacky characters and let me have my moments where I kind of go hard on role playing or hard on a situation, and you guys honestly take it in full stride. Like, I love you guys as a group.
Well, I think
I was getting
it's irresponsible to not like it just cheapens the experience
yeah,
for everybody. Like,
yes, I agree.
and like I don't first off, like I don't want to cheapen anyone's experience, but also like I want to fucking have fun.
Hmm.
And if you're not having fun, you control a fucking game. Like, you know? So if you're not having fun, we're probably not going to have fun in return. Like,
Yep.
so
It's very it's very interesting that you like say that, because near the end of my D&D campaign, I was getting very burnt out. Um just from like, they wouldn't be on time, they wouldn't engage in the chat. I wish I could show you like the chat logs. Like, they'd be so dead, and I'd be trying, I'd be begging, I'd be adding them, I'd be like, polls, I'd ask like, what can they do. I had like all these things elaborately planned, and then I just scrapped it all and improv the final fight, because I was like, I just want to get it done and over with. Like, with
yeah.
you guys, I'm up till 10:30, 11:30, just writing, picking out NPCs, picking out pictures, just getting ready for the next stuff. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, it's like y'all have definitely made me fall back in love with like getting out there.
And I think exploring a new system,
Has helped.
yeah, has been a bonus because
Big,
now, especially since this system is so heavily based in narrative, that
yes.
like if you're not doing your narrative part, then you don't have a game. Like,
It's very, I love it. It's very nice. It's very, very nice.
yeah,
Um,
I'm waiting for CJ to come out of his shell a little bit more.
I think he'll get there. I
I
think
think
he's
so,
getting
too.
there with May. I know he's really got the May storyline. I'm just worried that he's gonna get her ass killed.
Yeah, same. I mean, honestly, I think I'm gonna get Raven killed.
Yeah, probably.
So like, like I'm pretty certain
With
about that.
how with not spoilers, but I've been rolling for the culmination and they've been doing really well. So shit's gonna pop off with them pretty soon.
Oh god, and it's gonna be while I'm here.
Maybe.
Oh, can I play my fucking grand old wizard if they don't come into the Shattered Plains?
Yeah. Sure.
Like not like as a major part of the story or anything, but
No,
like
yeah,
make
but
like
like as
cameos and shit like that.
yeah, sure. I don't
Fucking
care.
fall asleep
Just
in the
get
middle of
your
boss
just
fights
get
and
your
shit.
shit get your shit fucking written and we can talk about it because like here's the thing, like I haven't unveiled all of it, but you going in without the party was a mistake. So
Well,
you can
yeah.
take that you can take that however you want.
Well, yeah, we
Uh
already knew that.
but the surprise ain't over yet is what I'm saying.
Oh, I mean, yeah, like
I'm
the amount of
I'm sure you
content
can guess what's going to happen though.
with the party or with me.
Do you, okay, so like do you want it to be a surprise or do you want me to tell you? Cuz I'm willing to tell
Is
you.
it is it involve me or is it involve the party?
Involves both of you.
Is it in the Shattered Plains?
Correct.
Okay. No, don't tell me.
Okay.
We'll,
You
we'll
might
figure.
find out Sunday. Be around on Sunday because we will still do Shattered Plains stuff for you. I just didn't want to go for like 4 or 5 hours and just burn through more fucking like because we could, but we're just gonna burn through content and then I'm going to a con tomorrow, so I'm not gonna be able to like vet more.
No,
So
yeah, I don't want to, and I don't want to do all the content myself either.
yeah,
Like
right,
like
right.
I want them to experience the Shattered Plains as well. I don't want to, like, as much as I like the solo sessions, I think it's really fucking cool.
It's like a good 2 hours and then it's like stop. Like
Yeah,
that's
it's
what we
like
did. We did about 2.5 hours and it's just like it's good. We get a little burst of shit because it's a one-on-one. You just got probably you got nearly a full session of just yourself.
yeah,
That's like 4 fucking sessions right there.
exactly.
So
And like I don't want to do this alone. You know, like it's
yeah,
fun.
oh
It's
yeah,
fun doing these solo sessions. But if we did a solo session every week, you know,
yeah.
just trying to power through this stuff, like I don't
Oh
think either of
fuck.
us would enjoy that. So it's like,
No, it wouldn't be fun because like the part of it too is having the party be fucking retarded. Like honestly,
yeah, and usually I'm the retard. So
yeah. Dude, I love your guys' dynamic, but I'm gonna warm up some fucking chicken nuggies
okay.
and lay down for fucking 30 minutes because I've been in the sun all day and then I immediately got home, took a shit, and then got on. Like I literally
Oh,
got home, diarrhea everywhere, went, oh, and then
it's all
just
being
fucking
recorded.
got on. Oh shit.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, bro. Yeah, post me the VOD because Steph's been a little sicky, so I'm gonna just
Absolutely.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna do the note. I'm probably gonna do the notes tonight of the past few sessions. So,
Okay, yeah. Not a
but
problem. Yeah,
all right.
I'm gonna